But in this video, we're going to talk about 5 things you should know before you move out. It is kind of scary moving out, I will say that. Having just moved out of my mom's house, it is kind of scary because you're on your own. You know, if you, for whatever reason, don't have enough money to make rent, too bad, so sad, man. They don't really care. You know, that's just life. You know, that's why people get really desperate. You know, they get really desperate. They jump in people's cars, steal things, steal food, steal clothes. You know, people do desperate things for reasons. Not good reasons, but that's why they do it, out of desperation. Anyways, the first thing that you should know before moving out is the cost, right? You have to get boxes. You have to transport all those boxes from your new place from your old place to your new place. Whether or not you have a vehicle, you might have to rent a vehicle, maybe a U-Haul or whatever. If you already have a vehicle, you're gonna have to make, back and forth trips depending on how much that vehicle can hold. It's gonna cost some money, right? It's gonna cost some money. On top of that, before you even move out, right? I didn't even know this. I wish somebody told me, but I didn't really ask because I didn't know. If you can't, Anyways, when you first move in for my apartment, they needed like administration fees, application fees, all these different fees that I didn't even know existed. And so I was a little bit short on cash when I first moved out. Fun fact, I took out a loan to pay my first month's rent. Do not be like me. Do not be like me. It was super desperate. I had enough money in the beginning, but all these fees hit me out of nowhere. And so, I had to do what I had to do. I already paid off the loan. It was super quick. It took me a few extra days, but they wanted the money right now. So I had to do what I had to do, Yeah, the cost. That's one thing you should know is the cost. Be prepared for the cost. Have thousands of dollars prepared and ready to go right before you move out, just in case. Don't be like me. Don't have, just a little bit of money saved up. Have money saved up. Have like a lot of money saved up, preferably. The second piece of advice when moving out for the first time is to be mindful of your utilities. Don't overuse water. Don't overuse electricity. Don't leave lights on. Don't leave anything on, really. Before you head out, turn off all the lights. Obviously, common sense, turn off all the water. That's kind of, but some people don't know that. Turn off everything, and that'll save you money, right? Turn off all the, things you aren't using because you're being charged for it. They're charging you for every single second that you use these things. And if you're not even there using it, then you're paying for nothing. You're just burning money on fire at that point. You're paying for stuff that you aren't using. And of course, if rent due every month, you had better have that money at the end of the month or at the beginning or whatever it is. And so it's better to, conserve your money, conserve your utilities, etc. Conserve your money whenever you can, right? Which leads into my next point. Conservation. Conserving. Being, super rational and conservative with your things and your belongings and your money and your food and everything. Meal prep stuff. Me, I had to learn to start with. I used to eat out a lot because, I had the money that I'm paying for rent right now, I kind of just would splurge every month on just dumb stuff. But now that I'm paying rent, I don't have much spending money. So now I have to really, really budget and really count every single penny that I spend. So I'm, Sam's Club, Aldi's, Costco, these stores, Walmart, these stores are gonna be your best friend. No more eating out, meal prep. You can learn how to cook or find someone who learns how to cook, I can cook basic stuff. A lot of stuff in the stores is pre-made. I prefer to cook my own, put my own little spin on it. But learn how to make a lot with a little, Go to the store, get some beans, and get some cornbread. That's what we call a struggle meal, right? A struggle meal. You don't have to be struggling to enjoy a struggle meal. But that's what we call it. Something super, super simple, super, super cheap that'll, feed you, right? That's what these struggle meals are. And get used to that. Sandwiches, tuna sandwiches, basic stuff that you can get at any store that isn't really expensive, right? To eat out, for me, to actually fill me up, is probably around $20. If I do that 7 days a week, what's that? $140 versus go to the grocery store, maybe spend $70 to $100, and that'll last me the week. So I'm spending practically half as much if I actually go out and, plan things, plan the meals, plan what meals I'm gonna eat, plan the food I'm gonna eat, when I'm gonna eat it, and actually cook it. It's gonna take more time and energy, but money is your main thing that you're worried about. Unless you're well off and you got everything together. Hey, shout out to you. But other than that, definitely budget. Budget. The fourth thing I want to talk about is using your resources. What do I mean by this? Use what you already have, right? When I moved out, I just took everything I already had in my mom's house, basically in my room, and brought it to my apartment. My desk and my camera, everything I'm recording this with right now was already in my other room, my mom's house, right? And so I just took that with me. And on top of that, to my bed, to my dresser, everything, I just brought it over here. Furniture is not cheap at all. My couch, the cheapest couch I could find was maybe $200 or $300. And with rent being, what it is, you can't really afford to, unless you have money saved up, the smart way. Be smart, don't be like me. I moved out with like next to nothing saved up. The smart thing to do is save up money, get everything you need before you move out, or have enough money to do it before you move out, and then you can have that new furniture either built in your house or delivered to your house, the new house, apartment, or whatever. And then you won't have to worry about moving all those new things into your apartment because you'll already build them there or have it delivered there, whatever it may be. Use your resources. Use whatever you have. Use whatever pots and pans and spoons and forks you have in your house. Bring it to your new apartment. Your bed, bring it to the new apartment. Everything, just bring it over. Just bring it over and then figure it out later because you already have it. You just don't need to spend extra money trying to get new stuff. It doesn't have to be new. Use what you have in the beginning and then build from there. You don't have to buy everything all at once. I was thinking that and I was kind of stressing out about it, but you don't need that. You don't need that. It's all good. Use what you have. I brought my desk, my computer, everything. Pretty much everything. I had to buy maybe a trash can or so. But pretty much everything here I already had. Or borrowed or whatever it may be. Sometimes your friends might have some extra stuff that they don't need, or friends or family, they might have things they don't want anymore. Ask them for it. They might be able to, give you what you need when you're first moving out. Ask around. Use your resources. Use what you already have. And even when you're moving, ask your friends for help. I did the same. I'm grateful to God I have good friends that actually, help out, And I always try to be that friend that is willing to help out when, my friends are in need. That's kind of just how it works. Fifth and final point is be creative. You have to be creative with everything. For example, the food I was talking about earlier. When you only have so many different kinds of food, you have to make things work. You got to combine things that don't even need to be combined, There's a song by Kendrick, he's talking about syrup sandwiches, right? Why would you put syrup on a sandwich? Well, if you're struggling, you got, only so many different foods, you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to make things work. Even if you don't think it's going to work, you got to make it work, right? And so get creative. Get creative with how you do things. Get creative with how, let's say you're short on rent, some unexpected expenses popped up out of nowhere. Get creative. How are you going to make that money? Get creative. Don't do anything illegal. I'm talking to you. Don't do anything illegal, but get creative. There's plenty of ways to make money. There's money just falling from the sky these days. You just got to figure out how to grab it, make it your own. Fifth and final point is to be creative. And, moving out for me was a little bit scary. Once I got settled down, kind of got a little bit comfortable. I'm still getting accustomed to it. I feel like I can do it. I got faith in myself. I have faith in God. People believe in me. I believe in myself. I believe in God. It all goes around full circle. I feel like I can do it. It's possible. Other people do it. There's other people here in my apartment that make, less than me and they have kids, so it's kind of put the idea in my head that it's possible. I'm not in the worst situation possible. I don't have kids and, it could be worse is what I'm saying. And I feel like I can do it. I believe in myself. And for y'all, I believe in y'all too. If you ever, if you already moved out, shout out to you. If you plan on moving out soon, hey, once again, shout out to you. It is a big jump, but it's a much needed jump. I wasn't even kicked out of the house. I needed to move out in order to grow. I had to intentionally be uncomfortable in order to grow. And, it's definitely, because I was just spending money on dumb things. And I was like, okay, I can move out. And now all the money I was spending is not going towards rent. So I literally have to be smart. I have to be creative. I have to be uncomfortable in order to grow now. And so definitely it was stressful, but with stress comes growth. With with discomfort comes growth. And, the sky's the limit at this point. I'm on my own. It's a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment. So as I said, the sky's the limit. There's nobody holding me back and there's no excuses to be made. So let's see how this goes. I'm praying for y'all. I hope y'all pray for me too. Hope y'all have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed month, blessed year. Wish the best for y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.